Well, what is going on, you guys? Welcome to Southern Traditions for the Southern Draw podcast. We're coming to you here live, man. You know, um, I felt it necessary to cover the absolute shenanigans going on right now in LA. And no, I'm not talking about fires this time, though. This is just going to be one more fire for the Democrat leadership out there for sure. Absolute anarchy. Check this out, guys. We are looking at a high-speed chase. It's not really high speed. They're actually taking it very low speed. This has been going on now for about 45 minutes, quite almost an hour, actually. And it started out as two motorcycles running from some police for what they said was reckless driving. And now it's evolved into a whole bunch of motorcycles. The two motorcycles called in a bunch of reinforcements is what happened. They drove for a long time. They left the cops behind. There were no cops anywhere near them. So these guys actually pulled in and got gas in the middle of a chase. Yes, you heard me correctly. These bikers pulled into a gas station and refilled their bikes about 10 minutes ago. These guys are going to be going for a long time. And now that there's not just two of them anymore, there's like 25 of them, it looks like. I don't know. I haven't counted them, but it's quite a lot. It's a big old group. Yeah, I doubt that they will. I doubt that they're going to catch any of these guys. They're going to eventually just let these guys go, most likely. Of course, it does look like LA's got motorcycle cops down there now, so that's good at least. That you can split up better. This crowd was literally positioned themselves to be able to split up and run in all different directions. And I mean, what are the cops going to do? They can't chase all of you. They're going to have a better shot now that they've got all these motorcycle units on scene, though. So we'll see how it goes. Let's listen into the helicopter and see what they are talking about.
This from a distance because they now are in that LAX airspace. If they do get east enough, then we'll be able to get them from the east. So in fact, I'm going to ask my pilot, Jim, if we could reverse course and start going eastbound on the 105 to try to catch up to them closer to the 110
It's absolutely crazy. I've never seen anybody stop in the middle of a chase and refuel. I mean, they were at the gas station for like probably 7 or 8 minutes, maybe close to 10 minutes probably. And no cop cars pulled up. Not a single unit pulled up. I mean, they had all day. They could have refilled every bike there. Absolutely crazy.
If you could go east, Jim.
I mean, what in the world is going on out here, guys? I mean, really, what is going on in LA? This is just crazy. First it's fires, there's fires.
Somewhere in that area we were blocked by the building, so we didn't see them continue. But I do hear them eastbound on Florence. So we're still trying to make our way to the east and hopefully get them on. They just made a northbound turn. So yeah, they're in this general area. We're trying to get a little bit closer because of the TFR. But yeah, they're still just north of the Inglewood Park Cemetery.
Absolute craziness. I don't think they're going to catch them, honestly. I mean, there's so many of these guys at this point. I mean, they might catch a couple of them, but I mean, these guys are they're gonna go on their joyride. They're hot rodding and catwalking, and I mean, it's just a riot of a time. These guys are just having fun with it. I think they know I mean, nobody's gonna do anything about this. Just gonna let them go. We have apparently lost sight of them. It looks like the helicopters here are being cut off by the, as far as their airspace goes, they're being cut off, it looks like, by the airport there. It's the second airliner that we've seen come into the picture. I am really happy to see all these houses intact in this particular area here. You know, we've seen just so much destruction over the last week or so. But it does look like there's a lot of people that managed to escape being affected by all of that. So that's good to know. Good to know. For all of those that are out there, man, listen, there's still a lot of people suffering. So keep praying for those guys. And if you can do anything, if you can donate anything, there's a lot of sites out there, a lot of different organizations that are taking donations for the fire victims for California. Let's keep them in mind, guys. Oh, it looks like the bikes got away from the helicopter here. Where are we going?
Desk, we're trying to work our way around LAX to catch them on the other side.
That's what I figured. Airport's in the way. Let's see if I can go back to where they were.
How long do we have, Jim? Like another 20?
Getting gas earlier. That was crazy. Okay, right here. Check this out, guys. We'll jump back for a minute. So here's when it was just 2 guys, right? And, or no, they've already been joined up with some friends. But here they all pour into the gas station. Just gonna stop and get some gas, you know?
I mean, I can't call 12 people to come save me in a pursuit, and somehow these guys, they get their buddies to come out and to come out in a very coordinated effort on their bikes as well, and they're getting gas. They really are getting gas. How can this be possible? Well, there's no units here. We've got the helicopters overhead. And so. Yeah, so the friend is going to pay. So the friend is going to pay, and
so the guy sitting in the pump, the guy on the white bike, it's like a number 1 on his shirt or whatever.
But again, there were
him
no
and the guy right
here.
next to him,
it was just the helicopters.
On the blue bike,
so the helicopters
are the original 2 that were being followed by police.
From, the ground units to try to get some patrol units.
But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes like 15 or 20 bikes and joins them.
And now they're not only going to be focusing on the 2 original individuals, they're also going to want to detain all of the guys that came out to help them as well. But you can see the guy on the white bike already fueled up, and now we've got the rider there in the blue, who is on the blue bike rather, who is also fueling up. But I'm going to wind out the shot just a bit. I want to see if we see some units come into the frame, but for now we don't see any. We're right at Imperial Avenue and Success. There goes the friend there doing
no
a wheelie,
cops
showing
in
off
sight,
for the cameras.
and
but again, we see
just pretty typical for what we're seeing news-wise for California these days, especially this LA area. This outright anarchy. I mean, it's not one thing, it's another. This is Gavin's state, baby. This is how he does it.
As well, and I have a feeling we're going to be back on the road.
You got to get your state under control, my friend.
Tanks, so they might be on the road for a while.
So that was, like I said, that was probably about a half hour ago. Let's jump back to live here and see if we've caught back up. Maybe. I still don't see them. They have probably scattered to the wind. Well, there's one helicopter overhead there. But I don't see what he's looking at, so I don't know. Maybe they're... Oh, there they are. There they are. Okay. So they are still rolling down the streets, guys. Still running. And why wouldn't they be? They got plenty of gas now. They could do this for a while. Where are the cops? I don't see any police units, like, anywhere. There were a bunch of police units behind them there for a minute. But it looks like they have either dropped back or they're just not in the shot. Wild and crazy California. Man, every day's like a movie there. It's like an episode of I don't even know what to compare it to. It's like Grand Theft Auto, the video game, you know? LA edition. Was there an LA edition? There might have been. I don't know. I can't. I stopped playing it after a long time ago, actually. Oh wait, San Andreas. Wasn't that? Was that? Well, that was California. I don't know if it was LA, but anyway, yeah. So the chase goes on, guys. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. So doesn't look like the officials out in California have much of anything under control at this point. Still just chaos. You know, I really feel bad for like the law-abiding citizens that have to deal with this all, you know, this type of stuff. It's just got to be absolutely frustrating. I mean, more than frustrating. It's got to be just so disappointing. Don't get hit, buddy. Hey, easy, easy. Man. Goodness gracious, man. Look, so I don't know, guys. What do you think? I mean, just another day in California? Just another idle Wednesday? Thursday? Is it Thursday? It's Thursday. Not getting any volume here. Let's see. They're just not talking, I guess. Some of the comments for this helicopter website. Imagine leaving the house telling mom, I'm going to go for a ride, and she sees they joined their friends for a pursuit. That's a good point. Can you imagine? Like, if you're a parent, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's my kid out there.
The 22.
And still just showing out for the cameras. These guys are going to be famous, man. I mean, if you're going to be famous, I guess California's the place to do it. Boy, they really leaned them bikes back real far, man. I've like really thought some of them were gonna tip over several times and wind up on their backs, but nope, not yet. And we're at another gas station. Doesn't look like they're gonna stop here though. Just ease out there. Just keep easing out.
Yeah,
just
for
ease on out there. They'll stop.
But I think they try to make a spectacle out of it. Oh, some of them need gas. Yeah, so they're stopping for gas.
Just gonna sneak out. Gonna sneak out there. Oh, look, they are. They're stopping for gas. All right, so some of the guys needed to refuel.
Funny,
look, so they're like kind of scattering in every direction now.
Twice.
It's got to be frustrating for law enforcement. Like, what are you gonna do? Can't chase them all. So yeah, we got to get some more gas for some of our compadres here. We're in this together now. You know, and really, if these guys want to get off road with these dirt bikes and these four-wheelers, it's going to make it especially hard for the police to continue pursuing them. I don't know. I mean, they look like they're in the middle of the city, so they've got a ways to go, I guess, before they could find some off-road terrain, but that'd be the way to go, most likely. Then again, I don't know. You can disappear in the cities, I guess, just as easy. So this is refuel number 2 for this particular pursuit. And again, they're able to do it because there's 0 police units anywhere near them. Where are the police? Maybe they're shooting a music video. I bet Gavin comes out in a couple of days and tells us that wasn't a high-speed chase. It was nothing to be concerned about. No one was ever in danger. we were shooting a music video. It's LA. You know, it's what we do here. I expect that report anytime. Anytime in the next couple of days. Anytime. So yeah, guys, this is what's going on. Wednesday night in LA. It looks like they're having a great time. I gotta say, at least they're having a good time. I mean, it does look like fun. Good grief, man. You got that thing way back. Well, they're not even in a hurry. Look at this. They are not in any sort of a hurry. There's no stress. There's no reason to get all panicky. Nothing to worry about, man. What are they going to do? What are the police going to do? They're not going to do nothing. These guys know that. They know that. You can tell. Look at, you don't act like this if you're worried about getting arrested, if you're worried about your future. You don't worry about this. You don't act like this if you're worried about those things. These guys, they don't have a care in the world right now. Just having a good time going for a cruise around the city. I gotta say though, as we're watching this and the helicopters are flying around and covering a lot of the city, that's something I will say is I'm enjoying like getting to see other parts of LA, because I know with all the fires and stuff that's going on, we've seen just so much devastation. But now we're kind of getting to see some of the other parts that are doing okay. So that's good to see, at least that a lot of these neighborhoods are still doing okay. Some of them are not though, so just keep that in mind. Some of them are still struggling. And they're off again, guys. Here we go. Round 3.
And thank you to everyone who continues to follow us here on NBCLA.com and all of our streaming platforms. We're still following these guys. They're just crossing over the 10 freeway here at Crenshaw Boulevard. I tried to count them. I might be a little bit off, but I'm counting at about 22 of them, a mix of motorcycles and ATVs.
22.
The units that were behind them, the police units, they actually left them a few miles back. So I don't know if that means that they're just going to let these guys go for the time being, just follow them with the aircraft only, or if those units...
California, baby, the state of opportunity.
But they did actually...
You can do anything you want, man. It's a gold rush right now. It's a gold rush.
No law enforcement.
Whatever you want.
So the chase...
whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be, whatever you want to accomplish. It is an absolute gold rush. You can do anything you want, guys. There are no consequences right now. Not for California, not in LA. It's incredible. So we continue to watch as 22-ish, give or take a few,
so continuing northbound
dirt
Crenshaw
bikes
Boulevard,
and four-wheelers
purely residential on both sides, but then eventually we do get
are
into
now
some
cruising
areas.
down
Now,
through some residential neighborhoods. They were on the interstates earlier, then they got off the interstates, and they got onto the regular city streets.
So we'll
Now they are cruising through some neighborhoods.
On surface streets again.
Having a good time.
Again, what I count to be about 24 of these motorcycles continuing to evade police. And just made a turn. Going to be a eastbound turn on Venice Boulevard. We're in the Arlington Heights area. Just made that eastbound turn from Crenshaw onto Venice. Still, all of them are here. I don't think anyone has fallen out. And we're just going to transition over to Telemundo real quick, but we'll continue to show you our images here on NBCLA.com.
Still showing out, still having a wonderful time. Guys, I don't know what to say. I mean, this kind of thing doesn't go down in Florida.
Copy, thank you. Sandra, I got you. Go ahead.
But apparently it's totally permissible.
Okay, copy.
Totally okay in the state of California. You just got to get your crew together, man. Get your crew, Everybody get together. Everybody rally together. Find a meeting spot. Make sure there's lots of gas stations on the route, and you can ride all night, man. Have a good time. Joy riding. Go see the sights. Show out for the cameras.
Copy.
Shoot a music video. I mean, honestly, that's what I'd be doing right now if I was on one of these bikes. My camera's going. Use that content later. Wonder if we'll see any content from these guys. Surely one of these guys is going to be posted on social media. Posting their crimes on social media. People do. I mean, seen crazier things. Sneak out there, buddy. Just gotta sneak out.
Copy.
So this looks like it's going to go on until this helicopter gets tired of watching it, honestly. As I don't believe there's going to be any sort of police, like physical police interaction with these guys. I think they're just trying to get them to stop doing this at this point. Like, all right, just go home. You know, we stopped chasing you. Go home. They'll call the helicopters off soon. Let them go.
Estamos en el área de Arlington Heights, continuando hacia el este en la Boulevard Venice, acercándonos a la calle Cimarron, donde aproximadamente 22
so the
motocicletas
Cimarron
tratando
intersection.
de evadir a la patrulla de caminos de California y al departamento del
I don't know
sheriff
these areas. Never
de
been
Los
there.
Ángeles. Pero todo esto empezó con solo dos motociclistas que trataron de evadir a la policía en el área del este de Los Ángeles y también posiblemente trataron de ir a
But
un
it does look like a
oficial,
good time.
pero,
Guys, we could probably watch this all night, but at this point, I'm pretty confident
en ese incidente.
these guys are
Pero
just going to ride
seguimos
around, have some
siguiendo
fun,
esas dos,
and probably go home.
Motociclistas,
It's getting dark there, as you can see. They're turning on their headlights now. A lot of these guys are. Once it gets dark, they're just going to be lost in a sea of headlights and taillights. And I mean, helicopters can keep following while they want to, but cops aren't trying to interfere with this. They just want these guys to go home and stop the nonsense, it looks like. So, anyhow, one more fire for Gavin's career. Let's wait and see how he puts this one out. I'm thinking it's going to be a music video. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going with music video. We'll be checking GavinNewsom.com. We'll probably put up a website called HighSpeedChaseFacts.com. Because you got to debunk these digital news media sources, aka podcasts. Oh, man. De la patrulla de caminos de California sigue persiguiendo a estos conductores. That's it right here, guys. That's it. Flames and anarchy just seem to be the two big things that highlight Democratic leadership. Democratic leadership. There it is. I don't think that they are going to...
I'm back with you guys here on NBC. My pilot, Jim Pollard, at the controls of News Chopper 4, and I have been on this pursuit for quite some time. Prior to that, we were actually covering repopulation efforts in the Altadena area for the Eaton fire, and that just kicked off today at 3 o'clock. So we've been up for quite some time. We actually need to depart for fuel. So we're going to leave this pursuit temporarily. We're going to return to Whiteman, get some fuel, and
guarantee you, they're going to leave to go get fuel, and then the cops are just going to call the whole thing off.
We're going to leave these guys. It's going to be eastbound on Venice.
Once the helicopters go away, these guys will probably ride for a little bit longer and be done with it.
If you are in this area, the best thing you can do is just
probably
avoid
just head
these
home.
guys and not get involved. We have seen a number of drivers try to
don't get
slow
involved,
down, take
guys.
pictures,
That's what
talk
she's
to
telling
these
you. It's
guys.
like,
You
just
don't wanna
stay
be
out of the way. Don't get
in
involved.
this in any way. So
Let
for
these guys
now,
do what they're going to do. Eventually, they'll get off the road, and this will
riders,
end.
We'll continue eastbound here
I mean,
on Venice Boulevard.
That's really all you can do at this point.
Law enforcement in the air, but no units on the ground. That's latest here from
No units on the ground, and we're losing our helicopter, guys. Well, that's all I got for you then, guys. I hate that it's going to have to end like that, but like I said, it looks like more anarchy, more chaos, more typical for what we see out there in that area. It's a shame, man. There needs to be some quality leadership there taking care of this kind of thing, preventing these types of things from going on. The law-abiding citizens of that state deserve better leadership, man. Y'all deserve better leadership. Y'all do. Y'all deserve people that'll put your interests in mind, that'll uphold the law, that'll keep this kind of chaos from going on. Maybe you'll get it. Maybe you'll get it eventually. I really hope so. I really do. But anyway, guys, that's all I got time for tonight. I just happened to see that going on and thought, well, I guess we'll jump on there and take a look. Until next time, guys. Join us tomorrow. We're going to actually be doing a Freaky Friday video tomorrow. It should be fun. Just ghost stories, conspiracy theory stuff. It should be a good, fun episode. So until then, guys, we will see you later right here on the Southern Draw Podcast with Southern traditions. Until then, guys, be blessed, be free, and peace.